3, 2, 1.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to everyone who is watching us live on Twitch. Thank you for doing that. Remember, you can always follow and subscribe. That'll fill up the hype cup that is right there.
We're still low.
We're still a little low. That's fine. We'll figure it out. And to everyone who is following or watching us later on demand on YouTube, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, all of that good stuff. Hopefully the microphones are a little louder than they were. And yes, I'm wearing my Cat Daddy shirt.
That everyone got you for your birthday.
That, yes, this Twitch chat got me for my birthday. So thank you. It actually fits pretty well. I mean, I haven't washed it yet. Do you ever get a shirt that fits so well before you wash it that you're like, I don't know if I'm going to wash. Like, I'm going to wear it like 4 or 5 times before I wash it.
And I normally will, like, wait to wash things in that case.
Yeah.
Like, 100%. I realized there's some, what shirt was it the other day? And I was like, I don't think I've ever washed this. And it
Ever?
was, what was it? It was something that
How
was
long
like,
have you owned it for?
I forget what shirt I'm referring to.
Have you owned it for more than a year?
Okay, I have like a tank top that like has like frilly things on it.
Okay.
And I've never washed it, and I've had it since Coachella.
Okay, that's weird. That was like 4 years ago.
I almost wore it today. I'll wear it next week.
That was 4 years ago. I do want to show everyone something because I haven't showed Carla Marie this yet. So, oh, and you have a Be a Good Person shirt, Carla Marie, which is also a really cool shirt.
Yes, I got this in Denver.
So I want to show everybody something that is really, really cool, but also could be terrible for us financially. Okay?
Well, that makes me sad.
No. You're not going to be sad. It's a really cool thing, and it can be bad for us as a company financially. Okay?
Are we going to buy something or someone?
If you followed Carla Marie and I at all over the years, you know that we like to invest in ourselves. Like we bought this Rodecaster, which is right here. You can't see it on the screen right now. We bought these mics. A while ago, we actually bought iHeartRadio themed microphones for our live podcast. Those? Which, yeah, if you need some red microphones, because we are allergic to the color red now. So here's what I want to show you. You ready, Carla Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the screen yet.
Okay.
Let me pull it up first.
Close my eyes.
Oh, hold on. I've got to change one thing. Don't move.
Oh,
no one go anywhere. There we go. So look at the screen now, Carla Marie. So we can actually get podcast-specific microphones that come with like the little stand and everything, and we can customize them.
Wait, so they'll go, like the stand will clamp?
So yeah, this like...
It's very Elvis Duran in the morning show.
Yeah, so you can put it either upside down if you're like doing it from a big mic arm, or it can come
we
from
would need
the
our
table.
show colors, the pink and the turquoise.
So that we could change that color.
That's not quite it.
Okay, well, relax. I'm just playing around here. Right? And then I could change, let's say, if it was green.
Ooh.
And then we can make the little ring on there green as well.
Okay, we need to be classy. Ooh, hype train. Thank you.
Yeah,
we can buy these microphones.
The hype train would help us get to this. So the only problem is I know these microphones are like $200 normally, and then with the customization, they go to $300.
Worth it.
And I don't know if we're at the point now. I mean, we had a decent June now that we've turned the calendar and we're in July. We had a pretty decent June.
Yeah.
But I don't think we are comfortable enough yet.
I don't know. We're getting a little crazy. I said to Anthony, with our merch store money, we're buying a printer. And he was like, okay, fine.
Well, yeah, printers are like $100.
Yeah.
Also, we could go to OfferUp and get a printer for like $50.
I want a clean printer.
Who cares? So like maybe you wanted a full Rutgers themed one, right? You could do this whole thing. I promise I'm not going to stay on this website forever.
Yeah.
And now you have like a Rutgers themed microphone. And I can do a Seton Hall one.
Martha said, treat yourself.
Well, maybe. We'll see what happens. If you see us quickly or in the near future with different microphones, you know that we treated ourselves.
Yeah. We did just get
to the tune of $600.
We got a business credit card.
Yeah, but I don't think we want
No, I'm not. I'm saying I've gone like a whole year just using a debit card, just putting it off.
Yes.
Finally got a credit card, Capital One Spark, maybe.
Yes, that's what we have.
It's the small business one.
Is that the what's in your wallet, people?
Yeah,
Capital One is what's in your wallet, right?
Yeah.
With the cavemen for a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's gotten us through Hype Train Level 3. We're going to hang out here. We're going to chat for a little bit, take a look at the Twitch chat before we get into the incoherent game, which we're going to do in a little bit. And while this hype train is building up, because hopefully we're going to get to hype train level 5, get through that. Maybe it'll get us a little closer to the microphones that we're going to get. We should start. I've seen, and I don't know how I feel about this, but I've seen Twitch streamers have like a little tip jar, because you can actually, with the system that we use for the hype cup and everything, we can actually set up a tip page that goes, so like it's actual cash donations, not bits or anything like that, because bits and all and subs, Twitch takes a percentage of that. You know what?
We should do that then. Screw them.
And then tips would then show up in the hype cup as well. And I've seen people do, like, there was this streamer who actually goes to Washington State. She's a girl, very attractive, and she'll just get on the stream and sometimes play games, but usually just like chat. Her? Yeah, we watched her on your TV actually.
Yeah.
So all of the things that she was showing off were very big on your 80-inch TV.
Yep.
But she had something on there like garage fund, like she was going to renovate the garage that her and her boyfriend, or on the house that her and her boyfriend bought.
Oh, and wow. People watch her channel knowing she has a boyfriend. What a novel idea.
Regardless, that would, to me, I was like, oh, that's really smart, because people know what they're giving her money for, but it's also like kind of weird.
No, but everyone in the chat is saying I'd rather knowing my money goes right to you guys. But it is weird because with the Twitch, like, intermediary, would it be? Like, having Twitch in between is almost makes it like not more legitimate, but less weird. But yes.
But they're also taking money, and theory, Amazon has enough.
All right, I say we go straight up Venmo.
So we can let me see how the tips thing works.
I wonder how YouTube does work.
But the reason I brought that up, and we've only got about 1 minute and 50 seconds to finish hype train level 3.
Hype train is our new
hype train. Didn't they open up for Nirvana?
I hate you.
So the reason I bring that up is, like, what if we had like a microphone fund that we set up?
A microfund.
A micro fund, like a tiny fund that people could donate money to. Just a little teeny weeny micro fund.
But we have to do things for it. Like that's what? My thing. Like it has to be during a show. I don't want people just sending us money to send us money unless you're a guy who just wants to send me money separately. That's different.
What the hell does that mean?
That's because like some guys just like doing that.
Okay. Like a sugar daddy?
You're like, I'll send you, or anything we can send foot pictures to the chat.
I don't think this chat wants to see foot pictures.
But like, I'm so weirded out by accepting money. Like when I tell you that when we first launched Twitch.
Oh no, we only got 50 seconds to finish hype train level 3.
As I say that.
Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, when we first launched Twitch, we were very weirded out about the fact that we were going to be asking people to subscribe. The Amazon free subscription thing, we leaned on hard, and we still do. Nice. Because
got through hype train level 3.
You have to keep in mind our entire careers were 10 years of giving you essentially free content.
Yes.
Right? The company paid us. So it was never.
Whoa, Nikki718 just gifted 10 subs?
Nick NYC.
Nick NYC. It looks like Nikki real quick. Nick NYC gifted 10 subs. That gets us through hype train level 4 at least. And let's see if it pushes us over hype train level 5. It might have. Let's see.
Oh, Claire, pro tip, buy bits and gift subs through a computer versus your phone. It's more expensive on mobile. That makes no sense. What are they doing? I guess they know more people are on mobile.
They may have changed a couple things recently. I've been getting emails from Twitch. Let's see. I don't know what level we're in. Are we in hype train level 5? Did we finish it? Because if we did, we've got to go get some drinky drinks. I'm looking at the chat. Can anyone?
Just says hype.
It's like kind of frozen. Oh, level 5 completed. Awesome. Thank you very, very much.
Are you going to go get the drinks?
Nick NYC718, thank you for pushing us over that threshold. Appreciate that. Sorry, Carla Marie. Lost track of what you were saying.
No. Stop it. Okay.
And you're talking to the side of your microphone. There we go.
It was very weird for us to accept money directly from the people consuming our content. It didn't make sense for us. And I remember saying to my chiropractor, like, we're weirded out by this. We don't know what to do. And he's like, yeah, but you have to realize, like, people are so used to paying for content. We pay Netflix. We pay Spotify, Apple, everyone. Like, what's the difference? And I was like, I don't know. I guess I never really thought about that. He's like, you are creating content. You are taking your time to create content, and you're being a part of people's lives. So it only makes sense. But
a couple things I want to reference in the chat, which if you're watching on YouTube later, you can't see yet, but we're working on that. Dead Men of Whiskey asked what we're drinking today. I think we'll go with Jack Fire again.
All right.
You want to do that, Carla Marie?
Yeah.
I'll chill it too. I'll put some ice in there.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna start doing like remember rum chata, but not rum chata? Is there like an oat milk version of rum chata? I'm gonna make that.
What?
So I don't have to have dairy. Like
the rum chata, you didn't actually put with milk.
No, rum chata itself was just like a ball of dairy.
I thought you meant to like mix it with.
No, I'm gonna create.
Is there's actual dairy in rum chata?
It feels like it.
Well, you just claimed it was a ball of dairy. So what that proves to me, Carla Marie, is you have no idea what you're talking about. And as Carla Marie looks that up, I'm going to, once she finishes
Made with real dairy cream and will curdle if mixed with anything that has a high level of citric acid.
Okay, so I'm going to get to my next point after I go downstairs to get the bottle of Jack Fire. I have a question for Dead Men of Whiskey, who is in the chat. Do we need to chill Jack Fire? Like, does that make sense?
Well, if we're going to take shots of it. Hold on.
And Dead Men of Whiskey has a suggestion for you, Carla Marie.
Brindley rum cream. You're going to have to remind me. So someone said, I'm a newbie loving Anthony's shirt, but their name is Plans and Pens. Tell me about your life.
I do like plans and I do like pens.
Are you a planner company?
Okay.
And do you have pens? And I need help, by the way, because I was on Instagram last week and one of the accounts I follow posted something like, if you're a pen lover, this baby writes super smooth. And I thought I saved it and I didn't. And does anyone know what pen was trending like 2 weeks ago?
These are the greatest pens in America.
They are good.
If I could get this whole show sponsored by one company, it would be the Pilot G207 pen, because it's the greatest pen of all time. Yeah. I chill Jack Fire as a person who sells booze. I recommend Eagle Rare as a great whiskey.
So Dead Men of Whiskey said you can chill it, warm it up, will open the flavor.
So what do you want, Carmen? Do you want it straight from the bottle or do you want it shaken with some ice?
I'll take it shaken.
Shaken? Okay. Remind me when I come back, and I'm going to put this
What
on
is happening?
Marijuana. Thank you very much.
You haven't even gotten your haircut recently.
No, I'm actually hopefully going next week. That's my barber Miles.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And now I definitely have to go. You know what? Now we have to take the shot warm because we just got 200% of Hype Train level 5.
Why do I take them warm?
I don't know. I feel like we have to prove that we're worth it.
No.
No? Okay.
Wait, I'll tell the story about what you said to me about Miles before we announced that we were dating. While you do that.
Okay. You do that. And then I'm putting this on the chat. Remind me after we take the shot, I have to tell the nerdy Hallmark story.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Go ahead. Lisa said, I live off Papermate profile pens. Okay, we're going to have to do a Twitch stream just about stationery, and I will lose my mind. I love stationery. I go to the stationery section of Fred Meyer when I go grocery shopping, and I'm touching everything. It's a time. So right, a few days before Anthony and I announced that we were together, we were out on a walk, and he was like, honestly, you know how I feel the most sad about not telling before? It's my barber Miles, because he's like, do you know how much time I spend with that guy? And we sit there and talk and talk and talk. So yeah, that's truly the entire story, but that's about it. And I was like, yeah, I kind of mine is like my chiropractor, like Dr. Swick. I spend 30 minutes a week talking just to that guy. Oh, Unicorn Cindy's right. If I'm on antibiotics, I shouldn't have alcohol. It's a little bit. I'm reading the pen suggestions. So wait, Plans and Pens. Why is that your username? If you said that, I missed it. Ooh, Sam is oddly obsessed with paper. Papermate Inkjoy. What did we say this was? Pilot. Underwater cappable pens? Doc. I'm going to need to look that up. I got a planner from... Oh, God, where's my planner from? The planner company I ordered from sends you 2 planners because they're super thick. So one up through the end of June, which means today I start my new planner. I have to get it. It's under my bed. Oh, man. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to take a shot. I hear the shaker coming up here. Office supply shopping is like Christmas. Yeah, Lisa, I am with you on that. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop in the comments below your favorite pens.
Did you tell everyone that the assholes next door moved?
No, but everyone's yelling at me that I can't take shots because I'm on antibiotic.
Well, I have enough for 2 shots. So
I'll take. It's fine.
No, I can take 2.
No, I can do it. I'm forgetting the name of my planner company.
Boom. Jack Fire. Here we go.
The planner I have. I'm going to let you guys know because it's a good one.
So what did you say when I was gone?
How you said the person you were most sad of not telling that we were together was your barber, Miles.
And I actually planned on making an appointment before that day. And I just never got around to it. Yeah, see, Anthony takes 2 shots to make up for it.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. But
what?
But we're going to an event tonight, and I want to have a drink there, so...
Well, I don't think you're supposed to. All right. There's one. We do need to get ourselves some You Look Great shot glasses.
Oh, it is Erin Condren. Thank you, Allison.
What?
My planner is an Erin Condren planner.
Is that like the
I
Fendi of planners?
No, I did extensive research into planners. Not even kidding. I even did a lot of companies will give you like sample documents that you can download and print to see what they're going to be like. I did that. And I decided to go with the Erin Condren.
So if you can download a sample, like a page, why can't you just print 360 of them?
You could.
365.
You could, but at that point, it's not like together, and it doesn't come with the stickers.
Oh, okay. All right, here's the first shot.
What did Ricky say?
Cheers, Jack Fire. This is chilled, by the way. That was a lot easier when it's chilled. It's good to know. And then let me clear this cup real quick.
Oh, Christy said some antibiotics affect birth control. That's the concern. Truth. Except when your birth control is a dam. It's an IUD. By the way, I don't have a dam.
Do you remember in like health class back in the day, they would talk about oral sex using dental dams? Do you remember that? And then when I finally saw what a dental dam was, I was like, there is nothing remotely sexual about that at all.
We went from planners.
I'm just saying, like they need to figure out something else to sell that dream.
I'm Googling it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Imagine that. I can. What did you Google?
Dental dams?
Oh, okay.
Don't Google oral sex dental dams.
Dental.
Okay, wait.
Dam.
Dad stuff said I was just talking about that. To whom?
Did you go to images? Oh, no, it's right.
So what is that, to protect you from getting a disease?
So, like...
It could still get on your teeth. Oh, no.
Hold on. Let me pull this up. Yeah, like that thing.
Could you imagine?
Like,
That's what nightmares are made of.
Yeah.
Anthony uses dental dams. Confirmed from Julius Caesar.
So here's the thing.
I think the point is
men, for the most part, will put their things in a lot of places. I don't see a lot of men being like, yep, gonna put my thing right there in that blue clown smile.
I'm sure someone would.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure a couple would.
Also,
but
imagine being the model that has to wear that for this.
Our friend Leslie, who auditioned for the show, she used to be an intern at Elvis Duran in the morning show. One of the funniest people that I know. I want to say it's like 5 or maybe 6 years ago.
The movie?
She is on a movie. It's like an after school special.
About?
Is it about like herpes? I think it's about STDs.
No, I thought it was about non-consensual sex.
I thought it was about...
But she's on the cover just modeling.
Either way, it's a really weird thing to be on the cover of.
Anyway, dental dams technically, yes, Scotty, are for the actual dentist.
Yeah.
But yes, Anthony's right. In high school, they talked about like using that if you're going to have oral sex, use that to prevent the spread of diseases. Or just tell someone you're going to use that if you have oral sex and you'll never have it.
If you're trying to preach abstinence, also preach dental dams because they go hand in hand. Cheers. This is Carla Marie's shot from the Hype Train.
Thank you, Anthony. I
earlier.
Appreciate you.
Woo. Jack Fire. Shout out to you guys. They're not watching, by the way. I just wanted to say that.
He looks so pale.
All right. I got to get into and no one has reminded me yet, but the Hallmark pen story. Hallmark pen story. So growing up, my parents had a jewelry store in Ridgewood, New Jersey. If you're familiar, it was in the King Shopping Center off Franklin Ave. And in that shopping center, it started with King Supermarket, then a bagel store, a pizza place, a nail salon, my parents' store, a laundromat, and at the corner for a long time was a Hallmark store. So they had all the cards, all the little like gifts and things like that, and a whole entire beautiful wall of pens and mechanical pencils. And I used to go there almost every day that I was at my parents' store and just try out all the different pens and try out all the different mechanical pencils. You ever use a .02 mechanical pencil? Oh my God, it's so thin and glorious.
Is that different than a regular one?
Yeah, because you get the lead is in millimeters.
I'm gonna have to check because I use mechanical pencils for my planner.
But you had to be super delicate because like obviously the thinner the lead pipe is, the more it would snap. But man, it was glorious. And it's like the nerdiest thing in the world. But if you've ever standard mechanical pencils are 0.7 or 0.5. So 0.2 is like
super thin.
Nothing.
What do you use that for? Like
I don't
sketching?
know. I don't know, but I loved it. I used to make my mom buy me all these but different mechanical pencils. I had like a thing for writing instruments. I don't know.
I had like packs and packs of markers. So here's my question. Why is this something I'd say a lot of people have this in common? I've never met anyone who's like, I hate a good pencil. I hate a good pen. Like, why do we have this in common? It's clearly not. Like, I always try to go like, oh, that's because it's instinctual. Like, there's nothing instinctual about
There's
pens.
nothing that like our ancestors... Although
Quill.
Well, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna go out on like a huge. I'm gonna connect these historical dots for a second.
Are you gonna go to cavemen writing in stones?
Yes. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be a huge leap and completely made up by me.
Yeah.
Okay. There is no historical context or fact to what I'm about to say. It's a theory that I'm making up on the fly. So, writing things down, like written history, is only 10,000 years old. Like it's not very old at all in terms of human development and growth and history. But I think we very quickly in writing things as humans and writing things down learned how important and beneficial it was for sharing knowledge, giving knowledge to the next generation. And maybe we value that written knowledge so much now that the instruments that make it possible, we instinctively value.
That's not it.
I made all of that up on the fly.
This is what mine is.
There's no fact there. Please don't use this in your book reports, kids.
It does go back to cavemen.
How?
Because they would even write on walls in their caves.
Well, yeah.
And they were probably searching for the best instrument to do that with. I mean, they probably tried a rock and like that didn't do anything. Then finally one day they found like a stick or something and they made it super sharp and they wrote on their wall and they were like, how amazing is this?
No, that's not how they started writing. It was like
burn.
I think they would burn and smudge and then the berries.
But the day they found that berry, that was super smooth. Like blackberry over like a raspberry. I don't think we had raspberries then. Probably not.
Let's see.
That's what it was.
But then you would have to find like the mechanical. Do you remember having like your favorite mechanical pencil? And then you had to still take your standardized tests with that ghetto ass number 2 Ticonderoga pencil.
Who was it? I missed who said it, but they're like, I can't use a regular pencil. I hate the sound when writing.
Yeah. Were you okay?
But yeah,
there
why?
There are two types of people, and
you know what? It's also BS. That machine couldn't read the lead of a mechanical.
No.
Any teachers in here?
It might be BS.
I think teachers are lied to about it too.
Well, I also think, and this
the
is
Ticonderoga pencil industry works with the
the state
standardized test.
So I also think, and this is a little deeper, but I do think our affinity for pens and pencils was one of the first times in our lives growing up in our social circles that there was a status symbol, right? If you had a cool mechanical pencil and your friends had like ghetto ass Ticonderoga #2 pencils, that was, I know it sounds weird. But as a kid, that was like a status symbol. And then when you had the one like rich kid in class who had a mechanical pencil, you're like, well, I need a mechanical pencil now. So I'm going to go to the Hallmark store on the corner of where my parents have their jewelry store and pick one up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do think part of it is
status. I don't think so.
I think it's status, just like businessmen and their fucking
all right, guys.
Business cards.
Everyone wants you to look great. Pens, pencils, and stationery.
Oh, a pen would be a good idea. But like, would you buy?
Because unless we can make you look great, pilot pens.
Oh my God, don't even. You know how mad I get when I lose these? Or when I see Carla Marie chew the back of it?
I don't chew them.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
Those are marks.
That would be that animal.
Oh,
I don't chew those. I chew the plastic ones, like the caps.
I do think, and we're going to put a bow on this mechanical pens and pencils thing and move on. I do think that's like the first status symbol we had as kids. Because you got to think like a first grader.
We had to bring our own pens and pencils.
What do you mean? Yeah, of course we did. I mean, we did in Ridgewood. I'm sure if I didn't have a pen or a pencil, a teacher would provide one for me, but we were expected to bring our own writing utensils.
I didn't think we had to.
As long as the lead in the pencil is #2, it can read it based on the level of graphite. Scantrons can only read #2 graphite.
Well, it's about time that we update the Scantron industry.
Oh man, my friends used to live in this building in Jersey City. That was a graphite factory, and it used to make it wasn't Ticonderoga.
It is. Oh, Dixon Mills.
Dixon Mills. So the Dixon #2 pencils used to be made there, and now it's like a
lead.
really beautiful condo building.
Yeah. Switch
to Uniball. Really?
Uniball's good. Sweet Eats by V says you can make custom pilot pens. I've looked into it.
Okay, we're gonna have You Look Great pilot pens. How much do you sell a pen for though? Because I only buy them in like packs of 5 for, I don't know, $12.
You should when I go grocery shopping at Fred Meyer, I especially like they already have school supply stuff out. And I recently had to buy a folder to put like a lot of my paperwork in.
Yeah.
And I was in that section like touching everything.
The Uniball Signo 207s. Interesting. Dixon Ticonderoga.
Susie, you got to get just a little
$5 for you. So Becky from Miami, you would spend $5 for this pen that says You Look Great on it.
I would.
Really? Does everyone agree with that? If we can get it where we can sell this for $5, and who knows, maybe we don't even make money on it, but we can get this pen for $5. Do we do it clear or do we do it with our colors?
Can someone go through this chat and make a list of all the
beautiful pens out there?
All the beautiful pens out there, and then I will make a blog post of pen suggestions.
Yes. Maybe a 3-pack. A 3-pack for $5? I don't know if we can even do that.
No, I'm sure we can do something. Wait, you want to know what pen sucks ass?
What?
I think it's Papermate. The erasable pens.
Yeah, no, don't. Why would you
because
the whole idea of a pen is you're not going to erase it.
Yeah, but there was a time in school where they were like, all right, you're going to graduate from pencils. We're going to start using erasable pens. And they were like
maybe
garbage.
For the stupid kids.
They came out hot garbage. And then even the eraser was like left blue marks. And the black ones like were the worst. Ugh.
2 for $9.99, says Elizabeth.
2 pens?
2 pens for $9.99 or maybe 1 for $5. All right, we'll see if we can do it. Who said that they can customize them, Carla Marie?
Is anyone Sweet Eats by V?
If you can send us the link, you can email us carlamarieanthony@gmail.com. Send us the link as to where you found that, and we'll work on it.
Okay. What is that? Erasable pens are much better, but ink disappears if the paper is hot. Yeah, plans and pens. Plans and pens. I'm really glad you showed up today. Look what you did.
So many plans, so many pens.
Yeah, they did rip the paper.
All right, non-customizable pens go 2 for $99. Got it. So I think 5 for 1 is great. We'll figure it out. We'll see what we can do.
Lisa said we're all missing the obvious pen, the one that has the blue, black, red, and green at the top.
Those were cool.
Grandma pens.
I remember those. Those were cool. Scented pens, scented markers. I remember all of those as well. Ooh, I use erasable pens for puzzle books, but Cindy, why don't you just use a pencil then? I think my problem with the erasable pen was not how it wrote.
Weird.
I just thought, well, if I'm going to erase something, I'm going to use a pencil. That was the biggest thing for me.
Milky pens, Dana.
Did you do so? Milky pens were great for drawing on your skin.
I have jelly ones now.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I used to write boys' names on my hands.
I used to do. I'll do a little bit of it. I'm gonna look like a diseased weirdo.
I can get
my hands are way more hairy now than I hear.
The canvas is much more rough these days.
Yeah. Where do I need to get a blank page on this? I'm gonna show you what I used to draw. I used to come back with my entire hand up to my wrist, and it was just this pattern. It was squiggly lines.
Noah Scott,
that
welcome.
Connected. Let me do this for 1 second as you watch.
Wait.
I know it's
Kalo
annoying.
says Frickson. What is Frickson?
Is that a pen company?
Frickson have a whole erasable writing line.
Imagine your child coming home from school with this all over their skin.
Why?
I don't know. That was just what I drew. It was easy, and I used to use the Milky pens.
We're going to Milky pen later.
Well,
and then I'm going to write my name on your hand and a heart, and you're going to write your name in.
No, that's not happening. Friction is a type of pilot pen, Carla Marie.
Oh.
Wait, what did you do? This is what you drew on your hand?
Little stars like this.
Little explosions?
Little stars like this all over my whole hand.
Also, I want to go back to one thing before we move on. So we were talking about Scantrons, and I've been trying to move on from the pen-pencil conversation for a while. But when we were talking about the Scantrons, I think there are two types of people in the world. You can break down, I don't care about your political affiliation, your gang affiliation, if you're in one, your teams, whatever. There are two basic types of people in this world.
Okay.
And they're the type of people who fill out the Scantrons on standardized tests. And I think if I know Carla Marie well enough, we represent each type of person.
Okay, what is the question? I'll tell you what I do.
There is the type of person.
Ask me the question.
I will. There is the type of person like me,
You're doing it wrong.
Carla Marie,
Okay.
who meticulously fills out every circle and makes sure that nothing is out of the little Scantron circle, and they're all dark and filled in. I feel like you're the person who's like, I'm a crazy person and fills it out.
Here's why I'm not. So I would like go and outline the inside of it.
Oh, wow, you were that meticulous.
Because
I don't believe it.
I could not risk getting something wrong because I didn't fill it out right. I needed all the points I could get.
I don't know. I still don't believe you.
I'd say probably if you got to the end of it.
Now that I live with you and I see how you live, I can't imagine you being the person, the meticulous.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Circle filler.
I used to be opposite of what I am now.
Really? So you actually used to be clean?
Mm-hmm. I am clean, but compared to you, Felix,
I don't know.
which one is the clean one?
Felix.
The Odd Couple.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Felix the cat. I was very confused.
I am organized and clean.
No, you're not.
But with you around, it's nice that I don't have to be because you just clean up.
There are a couple characters I can't read that at all that just followed us. So thank you for joining the chat. Appreciate you. She used to be OCD Marie, and now she is not.
I just gave up. I realize it is a much better side of life when you just stop caring.
I love that we just got this first time chat. And again, for the people watching on YouTube on demand, we are going to work on getting the chat on the screen. But I love we just got this first time chat from Negative Core that said, I love the Cat Daddy shirt.
Ginger cat.
And there's a ginger cat in the corner. Oh, actually, I didn't even notice that
That's
Caroline was right there because she kind of blends in a little bit.
When we started the show, I was laughing very hard at something. And I don't know if you saw what happened because you completely brushed by it. But so the girl, I don't know, cats don't like walking on soft things.
Okay.
I don't know why. And they never walk on the pillows over here in the corner of the bed. But for some reason, Caroline jumped on that big squishy pillow.
And then what happened?
She freaked out on it but couldn't get off of it and kept doing this and was jumping with all of her arms and legs. Jumping and jumping.
Your favorite accountant here, Carla Marie, just got a gifted sub.
Oh, sweet. Plans and Pens.
J Mills 1888 gifted a sub to Plans and Pens.
Oh.
All right. We're going to move on from pens now.
Okay.
Plans and Pens.
Are we going to play a game?
We are going to play a game. We've got our timer right here.
Okay.
Going to turn that off for a second. The game is called Incoherent.
And we use the chat for this.
And the title is the adult party game where you, or not title, the tagline, the adult party game where you compete to guess the gibberish. So here's an example of a card we've used in the past. I would have to say, keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keep it 100 is the correct answer. So we're going to go through, each of us picks 6 cards. I don't know if any of us have gone through all 6 and gotten it correct, but each of us picks 6 cards, 2 from every category. There's a yellow, which I'll pick 2 of those now. A red, I'll pick 2 of those. And blue, which seems to be, I don't know why they're not even. And the colors represent
The
blue is
Lollipop
party,
Guild?
blue is party, yellow is pop culture, and fire red is kinky. All right? You got your cards, Carla Marie? So here's what's going to happen. The way we play the game is using the chat. So Carla Marie will read hers first. You're going to read your clues first.
Okay.
And the chat has to guess what you're saying. And I will monitor and be the judge here. So we're going to see how many you can get the chat to guess, Carla Marie.
Was I supposed to look at the back?
In just over a minute.
Okay.
You guys ready? Let me get a couple people letting me know that they're ready so I can see what the delay is a little bit.
How many was I supposed to get?
6 total.
Oh.
What'd you get?
Thank you to Becky. Goes, CM, did you just get 3? And I was like, what do you mean?
I couldn't have said 6 more.
I was reading the chat.
All right. Everyone seems ready, Carla Marie, now that you have got all of your cards. Here's the game in case you want to buy it at home. They don't sponsor us, but, I mean, hey, we're playing them. We may as well give them some love.
All right, so I'm just going to start with the blues.
Blues. Party.
When do I get to look at the back?
Read it twice and then you get to look at the back. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Ball hacked out. Ball hacked out. Ball hacked out. Ball hacked out.
Oh. Okay.
Got it. Blacked out.
Blacked out. Next card.
Barrelympics. Barrelympics. Barrelympics.
Not in there yet.
Beer
There we go. Beer Olympics.
Dana.
Got it.
Range imp owner. Range imp owner.
This is the red card, by the way.
Red card is kinky. Rage imp owner.
Raging boner. There we go.
Circle shirk. Circle shirk. I'm not even gonna flip it. I know what it is.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Circle jerk. There
Twitch
it is.
is blocking it. This is yellow. Hudyolka. 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 You got it. Hudyolka. Okay, wait. Give him a second.
Hot yoga. We'll give you that one. So you got 5 correct, Carla Marie.
We didn't even get to the other one.
All right. Well, let me see. I'm going to throw this one on the bottom of my pile.
Okay. Good job, guys. They're way better at it than we are.
Yes. Well, there's also a lot of people doing it.
No, but I never get them when you say
Okay.
it.
So purple is the timer. Green and red. You know what to do. Are you ready, Carla Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone else ready to switch up hosts, I guess? Yeah, some people are going to be a little more delayed based on their connection. Sorry.
Yeah. You can always go to the little gear, like the little setting on Twitch, and just see what you're streaming at.
All right, enough people have said they're ready.
Okay.
Carla Marie, hit it. Fog chair he. Fog chair he.
This is yellow.
This is yellow pop culture. Fog chair he. Fog chair he. No one's going to get
yes,
this one.
Yes, they will.
Fog chair he. No one's going to get it.
Oh.
Fog cherry. No, I'm going to skip it. Skip. Fenced a hug hound. Fenced a hug hound. You got to be kidding me.
It.
Fenced a hug hound. I'm going to skip that one too.
All right.
Rivers scowl. This is the dirty one. Rivers scowl curl. Rivers scowl curl.
Can I see it?
Rivers scowl curl. There's no other way for me to say that. Rivers scowl curl. There we go.
Yeah. Reverse cowgirl.
Who Ed Reams? Who Ed Reams? Who had Reams?
Still red, by the way.
Who had Reams? Someone's got. I can't believe it. Who had Reams? What dreams I got it?
Dana's got it.
Can I just explain? The yellow cards I got were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fog Cherry is Fuck Jerry, the Instagram account. And Fenced a Hug Hound is Finsta account. Those were ridiculous. Who thinks those?
Yeah.
All right.
Tough.
Well, Carla Marie, you did
Those
way
were
better
tough.
than I did.
I did have easier ones, but whatever.
Yeah, you
win
did
some,
have
you lose.
much easier. We're going to put these over there because that's what we used. These because we did not. What kind of game is this? A real weird one.
It's called Incoherent. We play it a little different, I think. It's from the same company that created What Do You Meme?
Which they create all of these like weird games. Someone asked about my watch. So this watch was a graduation gift because my dad is a jeweler.
Which graduation?
College graduation. It's a Sherriole.
So that when you went all those crazy radio interviews, you looked super fancy.
Actually, you know what is funny? When we were doing our show in Los Angeles, when I was in LA, staying at my cousin Michelle's house, if you remember, if you were here that day, I had to leave early. And one of the reasons I went down to LA that weekend was to have a meeting with a guy who is pretty influential in the radio space. And I specifically took my watch down and wore this watch. And within the first 5 minutes, he actually said, "Hey, that's a nice timepiece you have." And that's how I knew he knew what he was talking about.
He said piece.
And that's how I knew he definitely knew what he was talking about and appreciated the watch because he called it a piece, not a watch. Because it is a timepiece.
I learned that when you told me that.
Yeah.
So this is a nice piece I got.
No, that's a watch.
No, this is a piece.
That's a watch.
It's a piece. It's way more expensive than that thing.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not. How much was your...
I have a
How
question.
much was your Apple Watch? No,
I don't know.
Because I don't know how much they are. How much is an Apple
My
Watch?
first Apple Watch,
Yeah.
however many years ago, was $700.
This is more expensive.
But this is not. This was way less.
And I'm not saying that's not like a flex. It's just this timepiece is way more expensive than that watch.
Yeah, well, that won't get an update. This will.
That's true. This doesn't tell me my heart rate or if my mom texted me.
Yeah, but like this will die one day. And
it will.
And I can't melt it for
yeah,
parts.
It's a watch, says Bren417. The Apple Watch, it's in the name. It's not the Apple piece.
It should be.
It's not the
I would
Apple
love an Apple piece.
It's the Apple Watch.
I don't know. It's a piece.
Okay. Wait, $700 for an Apple Watch. Is that normal? I think it is, right?
It's not. So this one isn't. Like, I don't know what they were doing a few years ago because I remember when I first bought it, and I also got the Milanese loop. So it was like the gold like band.
Oh, okay.
So when I had bought it, probably when they first came out, it was super expensive, and I don't know why. I feel like they've lowered the prices now.
Probably. Well, normally when technology comes out, when that first generation of technology comes out, it is more expensive because they're trying to recoup the money they made for all the research and development and the time it took to get that to the market. Now it's $400 according to Bren417. And also in the chat, Chrissy Bua said Movado. So this is actually, if you're familiar with the Movado brand, which most people are, this is it's owned by the same group as the Movado group. It's just like their higher version of watch. So most watch companies will have a bunch of different brands, just like car companies. You have Lincoln and Ford or Acura and Honda. They're the same company. You have one that's like your consumer, your normal person brand, and one that's a little more luxury. This is the more luxury version of a Movado.
We're all over the place today. Okay.
We are definitely all over. Watches, pens, dental dams. We've been all over the place.
Oh, see, Lindsay's right. It's $750 with the Milanese loop now, too.
So still $750. And we're talking about brand new, obviously, not purchasing it on OfferUp or anything like that.
A fun show today. We're talking about watches and pens.
Yeah, but we're having fun doing it.
We're all old.
And before we still have about 10, 15 minutes before we're going to turn the cameras off and stuff. I know Carla Marie has something she wants to talk about. We mentioned this in our My Day Friday podcast on Friday. That's when it usually releases, unless Carla Marie messes it up and does it on a Wednesday. But which is only one time. The thing that we asked people to do, and we would love if everyone in this chat did the same, is email us with different things that you would appreciate from a morning show on demand. So like what we do here on Twitch is on demand, and we would love to know what kinds of content you would like. So news stories,
video type content. Like even if you're just someone who's like listening to Twitch, something that would be beneficial. Don't always think like, oh, they're on video, so if they could do this. It could be either, but whatever. And
the reason is we're working on tweaking this show and maybe launching something else as well. And we just want to know what our core audience, our fans, our family, everyone that's here right now, want to hear, because we want to make sure that you guys are getting the content that you want before we start inviting other people into our little family. So you can email those thoughts at carlamarieanthony@gmail.com.
The email pops up on the bottom of our screen on the blue or green, whatever color that is.
Oh, yeah. And the overlay that we created. Thank you, Claire, for putting that in there. Appreciate you.
Oh, I saw people asking this, but the kittens are back. We picked them up yesterday.
Do you want to go get one?
Not really.
Why not?
Because I have my open cut right now.
Oh, okay.
And
Carla Marie has this wound. Do you want to explain?
Well, wait.
Sorry.
Chill out, Biscuit. So we got the kittens back yesterday. They are as wild as ever. They each gained like a pound, so they like seem so big to me now. They are still adoptable through Motley Zoo Animal Rescue, and yes, the girls have met them, and the girls kind of just like watch them. Like it's not really. They kind of all do their own thing until like one of them gets in the girl's space, and then Max bops them. Caroline did hiss or growl yesterday, but
I don't think Caroline and Max are happy that they have new housemates, though.
No, they are not. Court, you watched that yesterday? I have three.
Well, Court is a Rutgers person,
right.
isn't she?
So Court in Spokane said,
gross.
I love watching you talk about the kittens with President Holloway yesterday. So I hosted, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Can you remember the list of things I need to talk about?
Nope.
My open wound.
Not going to remember.
Voice
so
memos,
you may as well just go through.
And
you may as well just start talking because I'm not going to remember.
Okay. So yesterday I hosted, this is the hot mess of my life right now. I hosted a chat with the Rutgers University president, and it was a live stream, and I hosted like just questions and whatnot from like alumni. It was basically all about alumni. And at one point it was super like important questions. And at one point he mentioned being in quarantine and only having his pets because his family couldn't be there. And I was like, what are your pets' names? And it was like one of my favorite moments because he is so personable, which I love. Like a lot of times you don't get that from a university president, but I feel like in that moment it was like he like chilled out even more than he already was. I was like, yeah, these are my pets and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, I said, yeah, I got 4 foster kittens and I didn't like cats either, but he's got cats. Fuck, I forgot their names. I remember.
So it wasn't that important.
Lucy and his Parker or
Ricky.
somebody. No, he's got 4. He's got 2 dogs, 2 cats.
Oh, wow.
That was 3, but 2 dogs, 2 cats. So, it was a lot of fun. Now, here are the disasters. One disaster, one semi-disaster that almost happened.
Okay.
You know it.
I really don't.
You do. So, for a month, I have had this event on my calendar for Wednesday at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Okay. My time. Thinking that it was a 5 p.m. thing on the East Coast for them because they had done previous ones at night. And then the other day, I was like, oh, it says they're posting about it being at 12 p.m. It's 3 p.m. for me. What a dummy. Okay, put on my calendar 3 p.m. Tuesday night, I'm getting ready for bed.
We had just landed from Denver, by the way.
It's 9 p.m. and I say something to Anthony, like, and I have this tomorrow, and it's 3 p.m. and he's like, I don't know why you asked. I don't know why. You said, what time is it on the East Coast? And I said, 12. He goes, you mean it's 9 a.m. here? And I was like, oh my God.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I would have just been roaming around the house doing a workout. They would have been like, hello, where are you? It would have been an epic disaster. So Anthony did save my ass. I'll give him that. Then,
did the president like the lights being red in the background?
He
commented
on them.
That was me, by the way. I did that.
I know, but I was going to tell you to do it. So, yeah, I did. Andre, which I did bring up to Anthony, he's messed up times. I mess him up all the time.
So probably one of the most embarrassing things that I've ever done was it was before WrestleMania 2020, which they had moved to being like no fans there. They were going to do it at their facility in Orlando. And I have a connection with the WWE, and I've done things at WrestleMania in the past. And I reached out to the guy and said, hey, if you have any interviews, I'll help spread the word about WrestleMania. And he set up an interview with me and Kofi Kingston for 9 a.m., which I thought was 9 a.m. West Coast. Turned out it was 9 a.m. East Coast.
The phone rings. We're about to start.
Literally, we just started the show, and the phone rang like after we did our first break. And it was like the PR person for Kofi Kingston, who was a WWE champion, great guy. And I was like, hey, I've got to turn down this interview because I'm in the middle of doing a show. I wonder if we just like picked up, though, and made him part of the show.
Alabama laughs so hard at that. And still to this day, she does. Especially
because in that setting with Carla Marie, with Alabama, with everyone on the show, I was the one that was always very meticulous about timing.
It was like so refreshing that it happened.
So me making that mistake was
and
like,
you owned it. You weren't like pissed about it.
Oh, no. It was totally my fault. I just effed up.
But like, honestly, I've lived here for 5 years. I've never been more confused about time zones than I have this week because we were in Denver and then we were also an hour off from, like, it's stupid. Okay.
Also,
now, anyway.
Well, before you move on from the Rutgers thing.
Yeah.
I tried. If you remember, Carla Marie, as we were setting this all up Tuesday night for you to stream with the president of Rutgers University on Wednesday morning, you had me move some of the sneakers in the background.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to. And one of the reasons I didn't want to is because originally when I had set everything up, I put my Seton Hall hat between two of the boxes.
I would have fucking killed you.
And it would have been like, let's see on the screen, it would have been like right there. Maybe a little to the right of where you would have been sitting.
That's a dick move. It wasn't like I was hosting a silly fun podcast.
And it was going to be it was my gray hat with a blue Seton Hall logo on it.
I'll tell you right now, you do that next time I'm peeing in your hat.
So that's what I was trying to do. And that's why I was like, no, we should leave the sneakers. They belong here.
I was like, I'm not talking to the president of the university with sneakers behind me and Post-it notes.
And then once the sneaker boxes moved, I had to move the hat. And then there was no other like good inconspicuous. Oh, it's this hat, by the way.
Yeah, Catch of
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. It's going in the litter box.
You
play a joke like that again?
I had it like right there, just so I would have known. It wouldn't have been easy to see.
I would have been like, my trash pile is behind me. Sorry.
But I would have known.
So then I log on to Zoom like before it launches. Luckily, President Holloway wasn't in there at this part. But all of the people who run like the alumni everything were in there. And I'm like, hey guys, can you hear me? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, so weird. I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, and I can't hear you.
Your headphones weren't plugged in.
They were in my ear, though, because I had ran downstairs, and I had it under my shirt like this. And I was like, oh. And I plugged it in, and they were dying because they said that my face was just like, are you kidding me?
You know what they say? Behind every successful woman is a guy who has to plug things in behind her.
That's fair.
So
I'll give you that.
That actually sounded way more sexual than I thought it was going to sound.
I didn't even catch that.
Okay.
So there's that. Kittens are back. You wanted to know about my burn on my leg, but everyone knows about my burn.
No, I don't know if people don't know about it. You can explain that because it's disgusting.
I dropped a curling iron on my leg last Tuesday. I went to urgent care because it bubbled. It's about 1.25 inches. How long is that?
I don't know. Too long.
And I dropped it, curling iron, went to urgent care. They told me to only put Aquaphor on it and keep a bandage on it, a hydrocolloid patch, but that helped. That actually made it like fester and get infected. And my whole, I'd say like the size of my palm around the burn was red and inflamed. I had to go back to urgent care. I'm on antibiotic now. It's much, much better. But tomorrow I'm actually going to see Dr. Apfelbaum for like my yearly checkup. And she's going to look at the burn and assess the situation.
Well, and one of the arguments that we got into was when we were flying back from Denver, Carla Marie was like, well, I'm not supposed to cover this burn. I'm supposed to let it like air out, basically. And I said, Carla Marie, you are not getting on that plane with an open wound and just sitting next to a stranger with an open, festering wound. That is disgusting. And she's like, yeah, well, what if I'm sitting next to you? And I said, but you're still going to be walking by people, especially like that. So it's on your thigh.
Yeah.
Imagine walking to the bathroom with that thing open in front and you're putting it in all those people's faces as you're walking by.
So I put a big Band-Aid on it. And then I have like these, they're I don't have the Silverdene cream yet. That's what I'm hoping Dr. A can give me a prescription for. But that's what everyone keeps telling me to get.
Was it Silverstein?
Silverdene.
Silverdene.
But I have like silver patches that I can just put on. They're not adhesive. So like when I go work out in a little bit, I'm going to Pure Bar today. I'll put that on and I'll put like a little sticky on it so it stays on the side of my legs and it won't get infected.
Yeah. There's something, listen, if you have an open wound, and I get it, sometimes it needs to stay uncovered and stuff to heal properly. You just shouldn't be in public. Like strangers should not have to see other strangers' open wounds because it's gross.
It's just gross that it's still an open wound and not scabbed.
I was actually thinking to myself that day, I was like, if she refuses to cover this wound on the plane, we're driving back to Seattle. That's all I kept thinking. I was like, I'm not going on a plane with someone who's got this gross oozing wound.
Lisa, it's never going to scab. It just has to heal. So what happens? Skin grows overnight?
Maybe you're like a lizard who regrows its tail.
No. So apparently, Vanessa, this is something I've learned from every doctor I have spoken to, every doctor who has DM'd me. Neosporin is the absolute worst thing you can use on a burn, even if it's infected, which is where I fucked up and it started getting even worse. Neosporin should never go on a burn. I don't know. Apparently, Neosporin is actually bad for everything.
That doesn't make any sense.
But I follow
You follow?
I follow a dermatologist on Instagram, and he like a few weeks ago did a thing about how Neosporin is not good.
Why? Like, what is wrong with it?
It harbors germs.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense. It will heal on its own. It will dry out eventually, and your skin will regrow and probably scar, says Lisa, which is what you're avoiding.
I'm gonna go get a skin graft off my butt and put it on.
Go for it.
Also, so wait, here's another dumb thing I did. So, because it's a burn, I've like avoiding putting on clothes when I don't have to. So yesterday I was getting ready and I was in the bathroom and I was getting ready and I was completely naked curling my hair. I can't believe I'm going to tell this story. And I was like watching, reading like my prep for the Rutgers thing, and I wasn't paying attention, and my curling iron hit my nipple. So now I have a burn mark on my nipple that is now blistered.
I'm going to tell, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, that's terrible.
It's bad.
I'm going to tell everybody. You can empathize with Carla Marie's pain. Okay? But I have, in my life,
it hurts.
From when I met Carla Marie basically over 10 years ago till now, I have seen nothing but Carla Marie being careless and hurting herself. And I've gotten to the point now when Carla Marie, and this sounds heartless, and you're going to have to.
No, you always ask if I'm okay.
I do ask if you're okay, but I've stopped feeling bad for Carla Marie when she hurts herself, because 99.9% of the time, it's just Carla Marie either trying to do too many things at once or just not paying attention to her surroundings like ever. And this is another case. Like, how do you burn your nipple?
My hair's long.
Oh man. If I had to use a hot iron like that all the time, I would be in like a hazmat suit as I did my hair.
Dana said, I used to work in a movie theater and a popcorn kernel flew out of the popper and down my shirt and into my bra, and I had a burn mark under my boob for weeks. Okay.
That's crazy.
One summer.
Like that I would feel bad with. You can't help that.
One summer we had sparklers at my brother's house. I was in college, maybe high school, and a sparkler flew down my shirt, or to go down it just went through my shirt, burned my shirt and onto my stomach, and I had 3 burn marks. They're all gone now.
That's crazy.
On my stomach and boobs.
Yeah, no more multitasking while you're curling your hair.
No deal.
You know, and this is something I've been trying to do for at least a year now. What?
Andrea said I dropped my straightener and caught it with my legs.
I've
done that before.
And that's an instinctual thing, right? Like you try to catch everything that
Stop.
falls.
I think about every day. I have nightmares about the moment I sneeze and drop my curling iron.
Oh man, that is rough. But this goes back to multitasking and curling your hair, Carla Marie. Okay. And I've been trying to do this for a long time. I'm not perfect at it. There are exceptions you can make to this rule, but I've been trying to do one thing at a time and one thing only. And I don't know if I talked about it on this stream or maybe in the podcast or maybe just between Carla Marie and I. But and this is a nerdy thing. I signed up for the Arnold Schwarzenegger newsletter, which goes out like once a month. Mm-hmm. And in his second newsletter that I received, he talks about one of the ways that he has stayed sane with all the crazy things he has to do and stayed focused is he subscribes to the one thing at a time principle. Anytime his quote was, anytime I'm doing anything, it's all that I'm doing. So if I'm getting ready to speak at a school, I don't even let this is what Arnold was saying, I don't even let my team bring up things I have to do after that speech.
Right.
I am only doing that thing. And it's something that I've been trying to be much better at. Like when I'm at the gym, I am just at the gym. When I'm working on trivia or something for the show, that's all that I'm doing. And Carla, this is where Carla
I have been trying because you told me about this.
And then you burned your nipple because you're multitasking. If you subscribe to the one thing at a time principle, you wouldn't have burned your nipple probably, or your leg.
It's all because my timing was off and I had to prep.
Let's see. I've been so scatterbrained lately.
So,
I do think, and this is like all joking aside, it has helped me at least be more focused and less anxious about things, because when things pop up as I'm trying to complete a task, I don't try to manage both of those at the same time. I just tell myself I'm going to write this down and do it when I'm done with this task. And it really has helped a lot.
Christy said that one time she sat on her hot straightener and she was completely naked.
Oh, right across your butt? That's rough.
Could be even worse.
What?
Could get into parts.
Okay, I don't think it went in her butthole, if that's what you're saying.
Her vagina could have burned.
Oh, she sat very specifically on it. I was thinking butt cheeks, but yeah, I guess she technically could have burned her vagina.
I think Chris is a welder.
Ooh.
Always getting burns.
That's tough.
I think that.
Where'd you see that?
Oh, wait, it was her butt.
Okay.
But Chris is a welder, and so they're always getting burns.
Is that the name? Is Chris is a welder in the chat? I'm looking for it. This will make way more sense for everyone watching on YouTube when we have the chat on the screen. I'm not
Chrissy, sorry. Constant burns. I'm a welder. Sparks down my shirt, down my neck.
Oof.
You must know
My
all
neck.
the
my back.
recoveries.
Sparks all the way down my crack.
Should we show
my
it?
Neck. What?
Should we show it and then leave?
No, we shouldn't. It's gross.
You wanted me to show it the other day.
No, I didn't. I did?
Yeah,
That
and
sounds
then
weird.
next
Oh,
week.
but we were going to do it with like a
show it.
disclaimer. There is okay, so give the disclaimer and then you can show everyone.
Disclaimer, we're going to show you my ratchet ass. Not my ass. Which I do have a bruise on, but because I sat twice yesterday going to feed the kittens, there's a ledge downstairs where I was feeding them, and I squatted down to put the food down. I forgot the ledge was there, and it pointed right into my butt cheek, and I saw stars, and I screamed, and then 2 minutes later, I did the exact same thing in the exact same spot.
And that's when you stop feeling bad for someone.
Yeah. So aloe vera is good for burns, but
not when it's an open wound,
not
right?
when it's like this bad. Probably for the one on my nipple.
All right, show this thing. Viewer discretion is advised. There is a burn.
Well, I'm going to take the camera. No?
Oh, we're going to do that. Okay,
I'm
unclip the camera.
Getting a PRP treatment today. So I'm going to, when I go to the esthetician at Skin Spirit, I'm going to ask her about my skin.
Cool. Chris story.
And then next week I'll talk about my my stolen property.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a good shot.
All right, just do the thing.
I feel like I'm recording like Blair Witch home video. How far can I go?
You can keep going. It's pretty long.
Well,
Do you have pants on? The answer is yes.
I had to look.
Well, she has shorts on. Oh my God.
Where is it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it. How come no one's reacting to it?
Well, because they're seeing it now. There you go. There are the reactions.
This is it. You should have saw it this morning.
It is okay.
Wait, I gotta get closer.
It looks like moldy, like snap peas. Like if you opened up snap peas and it was all disgusting inside, that's what it looks like.
It does look a lot better.
All
but
right.
I never had a burn like this. Oh, hold on. Look at Caroline.
All right, it's time to go. Say goodbye, Carla Marie.
Bye, Carla Marie.
No, not like that. But thank you for hanging out with us. We will have a My Day Friday up for you tomorrow. And if you can, whether you're watching this on Twitch right now or on YouTube or however you happen to take this in, make sure you are subscribing to our newsletter, because every time we have an announcement, the newsletter is where it goes first and tells you what we got on the horizon.